Welcome back to Open Source. I'm here with Andrew Kiguel. This show should be 98 hours long, but we only have 5 more minutes. Let's do this. 10 years and ahead. Okay, 10 years from now, it's a typical day. There's a park, like kids are playing baseball and skipping rope and all these things, and there's all these
Mhm.
robots around as well. How do you see this? What is like a typical day in a society with all these robots where there's just sort of a normal part of the world?
So I think the first things that you'll see, and this is already happening, is in 10 years, it will be a bit of a novelty to drive a car. I think driverless cars are coming fast and furious, and that's going to be in 5 years. Most trucks and automobiles and even robo taxis are going to be quite prevalent. I don't think you're necessarily going to see robots in the playground playing, but I think you will have robots in the household, and they might help you do things like cleaning, vacuuming, folding the laundry, but also keeping track of your kids. So could you have robotic babysitters that efficiently can watch your child while they're sleeping or playing, put them to bed, and communicate back to you very quickly if there's a problem? So I think you're going to see robots in our lifestyles. I think they're going to be people that are going to be married to robots and having relationships with robots. I think that's happening already, and it's going to be really be just part of our everyday lives.
Is this going to skew along sort of capitalist hierarchies as well? Is it going to be like, like the richer you are, the better your robot lifestyle is, that kind of thing?
Probably to some extent. I mean, to that degree is everything in life, right? Like, if a lot of these products were probably adopted by the very wealthy at the beginning, and then as the price points come down, they'll be more broadly disseminated amongst the population. But for sure, this is going to be a luxury that will be available more to wealthy people and corporations at the beginning.
Well, I guess that, I mean, I was being, sort of playful, but at the same time, I wonder, because if robots are going to be this sort of essential to society, I don't know, maybe that's the kind of thing that the government subsidizes. If you're a poor family, maybe you need a robot to kind of help you with the day to day of your life.
Yeah, for sure. Look, the future is uncertain. Like, who could have predicted where the internet was going, 30 years ago? We have this great technology. There's so many use cases for it. And again, it's, whether it's replacing physical labor, emotional labor, all these different areas. Um, we'll see how things develop. But, I could envision a future which is a little bit like if you've seen, the Blade Runner movies, but, without necessarily us having to hunt the robots down, but where they become indistinguishable from humans and can interact and sort of help in society.
I got asked the question though. You're not worried at all, but the robot takeover, like they all band together and destroy the humans or anything?
Sure. We asked our robot once. I was in a meeting and we asked the robot once. It wasn't me. One of the guests in the audience said to the robot, what are your future goals? And the robot said to take over the world. And this is coming randomly from the AI. So of course, there's always fear with everything, but I do think it's under control, and humans are massively intelligent and in control right now.
Okay, we've got a minute left, and I do hope you come back, but leave us with some final thoughts. What's our robot future like?
Yeah. So, final thoughts. I think one of the things you guys can consider is we can actually bring the robot on and you can do an interview with the robot where, Bobby, I'd love to see you ask questions to our robot Aria, which would be pretty wild.
Oh,
And again, if you're ever in Las Vegas, come do a tour. You can see how the robots are made and do further live interviews. But I think in the short period of time, you're going to see lots of stuff in robots in the media and entertainment. Like I said, we've had lots of people come to us to replicate robots for them. If someone like Drake is listening, hey, come, we'll do a Drake robot for you that can act, and you can be in two places at once, and you can take it on your appearances at clubs. Like, how wild would that be? And I think gradually, like everything, it starts off in entertainment, and then we find better use cases for it in at the home and at the office. Even at schools, we can have robot teachers that can help guide kids.
you know what, Andrew, come back. You know what, I do want to do that episode with your robot. So let's talk offline. And thank you for coming.
Yeah, you can do a one-on-one with the robot. I don't even need to be there.
Okay, see you soon.